Welcome to Envision Radio from the United Way of Greater Charlottesville and City of Promise and News Radio 98.9, 1070 AM WINA. And brought to you by the Jefferson School Foundation with Marky and Price, coming to you in the studio in downtown Charlottesville, Virginia. Just in case there is any more Charlottesvilles, I'll say Virginia because that's our stomping ground. Today we are thrilled to be joined by Latara.
Oh, my Lord.
I know, Latara S. Ragland, a dedicated human service professional, youth development leader, and community advocate for more than 15 years of experience creating opportunities that empower young people, strengthen families, and build thriving communities. She currently serves with the City of Charlottesville Department of Human Services, where she leads workforce development and youth engagement initiatives through the Community Attention Youth Internship Program, KYIP, as we call it. But most excitingly for me, our next guest on this episode of Envision Radio. Yay!
Nicely done. It's a full intro.
It's a lot. When you're this experienced like Latara, I'm surprised it's not longer than that. I had to cut a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's how good she is. 15 years. I mean, I'm barely 15. So she's been in the game almost longer than I've been alive. If you think about it.
Especially if you don't think about it.
Right, you can't think about it. That's the trick. You can't think about it.
if you don't. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
How's summer been? What's been going on in the Ragland household this summer?
Listen, the Ragland household has been raglanding. We have been keeping the littles busy. That's really just being in the work. Like, I just know how important that is. So I try to keep them busy, but not too busy.
Sure.
Then, of course, just my work is summer work. So we take a little tad bit of a vacation. And then...
Where'd you go to vacation?
We went to Williamsburg.
Okay.
Nice, quiet, slow.
That's Price's stomping ground.
I know that, yeah. Right. Great food. I don't think I've had a bad meal in Williamsburg. I don't know if people know that.
Down
okay.
there, yeah.
I didn't know it was like a food capital or nothing.
It's got
pancakes.
Some good, yeah. Where'd you go?
Yeah. Food for thought.
Okay.
We always end
I've
up
heard
there.
that.
We went to Capitol Ale for the first time.
Sure. That's right.
Why am I naming off these restaurants? And I forget. Oh, we went to Astronomical Pancake House.
Okay.
Oh gosh, they have all
and Corey's Soul Food, I think is what it is.
Yeah.
And you not have
breakfast
and
spot
everything
too.
Was great.
Listen.
Yes.
And I love a good meal.
Shoot. Don't get me started.
What have you eaten this summer that particularly impressed you?
This summer was particularly dang, that's actually a good question. Have I had anything that has really impressed me?
You've been traveling a little bit too.
So
nothing in those places where you were like, wow.
Okay, I was in New Orleans. I did some of the beignets.
Sure.
Were amazing. I tried like 5 beignet places because I wanted to make sure the best one really is going to be the best one.
Okay.
And the best one was actually a place I didn't know had beignets. We went to dinner and I saw it was like $1 beignets happy hour. I said, you wasn't on the TikToks that I was looking at
Pastry
for the best ones.
Uh-huh.
And I had one. I was like, this is really good. That y'all is hiding. There's a little hole in the wall.
So you
Floor is
do a
wet.
TikTok.
Okay.
And I was like, this is what I'm talking. I need to make a TikTok about this place. I don't remember the name, but I have like a.
That's not a great start, but okay. Yeah.
She had all the names.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know I was going to be asked.
What this place that I don't know, but somebody find it.
Wait for the TikTok.
Yes.
That's great.
I'm going to be making it. That'll be my first TikTok.
All right. I like it. So, Latara, for folks who don't know you or who haven't had the chance to work with you, give us a little bit of bio. Start at the beginning, and then we will trace it chronologically. We go chronological for a while.
Yeah, we do.
And then, it's kind of up in the air from there. But yeah, let us know, where you grew up, and then we'll trace it to what's going on now.
I will try my best. I grew up here in the county. I'm a Crozet kid. Well, Afton, technically. So I went to Western. I went to Henley and Brownsville. One of 5 and the oldest.
Okay, oldest. Oldest daughter.
Oldest daughter. I have 2 sisters, 2 brothers, and we're all in there together. I'm the oldest, and my youngest sister is 5 years apart from me. So my mom did her big one. Right?
Wow.
I'm 6 years
and
from
now I'm looking at her like, why you got so much life?
There's
I'm
3 of us,
tired.
and I'm the oldest of us with 6 year difference between.
Yeah.
5 and 5
I think 5
years.
is better because it's like now it's not that big of a gap because there's a couple people in the middle.
But when I tell you she is living her best life,
oh, don't they?
I'm like, man, I did this all wrong. Because we're all grown, right? Like doing our things. And so really and truly, having a big family was wonderful. Mm-hmm. Obviously, being the oldest, I had to step up and help out. Grew up with my grandmother, like aunts, the whole village, cousins, like siblings, like everybody. And so, my parents were obviously young and trying to work and figure out their things too. So that took me, after graduating from Western, I went to ODU. Go Monarchs.
Go Monarchs.
And really, truly the best decision. Like, there was no hesitation that I wasn't going to be leaving the area. Like,
really?
I knew I had to go. Absolutely.
Why do you say that?
I needed to do it. It was like, yes, you could hear like, why are you going to go do that? Or you don't have to leave. No, I needed to. And it was really I was a upper bounder.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
Being in that program, having a wonderful school counselor that wasn't assigned to me, because the one that was assigned to me was not really helpful at all.
Too many stories like that.
Listen, shout out to Joyce Lewis and Carolyn East. They held me down in high school, like really took care of me, and my siblings too, and just made sure we had what we needed. But I did Upward Bound, I did Project Discovery, so those programs really and truly like gave me the foundation of like what happens next after you graduate high school. Because I'm not gonna lie, I played around in high school.
Did you?
Played around.
Oldest daughters don't play around in high school.
And academically, I don't think I took it as seriously as I could, as soon as I could. Let me say it like that. So 9th grade year.
Sure.
I was a social butterfly for real. Like, I was just, like, and doing all the things but what I really needed
you said
to
if
do.
chatting could get me an A, I got an A plus.
Okay. I got by, let me say that. But I could have worked just a little bit. I could have applied myself a little bit more than what I did. But, overall it was great. Like, just being part of those programs and, unfortunately, Upward Bound is
I was gonna say
no
Upward
longer
Bound
an
is
option.
no longer around, right? Yeah.
But we do have programs like Star Hill Pathways here, and those types of things. And so for me, like I said, those programs really helped navigate all of the things. Financial aid, like even I don't know if y'all know Miss Leah Priere, but every Saturday morning we would show up. And she would be like, when it came time to graduation, she'd be like, y'all better have a plan A and a plan B. And a C and a D. Like, get yourself together, So I just always remember those things where it's like, don't just like put all your eggs in one basket. She also said that, but also be mindful of
have two baskets.
What options you have out there that are realistic for you. But yeah, I got out of here.
Why ODU specifically?
The diversity.
Okay.
Silly me, I applied to Bates College because of the diversity. And
Where's
I got
Bates College
accepted,
at?
I don't know.
Miami.
It's somewhere crazy.
I trying to get out of Virginia.
It's in the Northeast, isn't it?
But I wanted to go for
Maine.
Vermont,
She
Maine.
said Florida. So
I said Maine.
No, she was saying, you said Miami. She was saying Maine. You jumped into Miami.
Listen, I was going for diversity.
And you went to Maine.
Diversity.
were you looking that up online? You said 5%, 2%.
I didn't even care.
17.
I was like, I got to get out of here and maybe far away so that people can't just come in.
There you go. Okay.
But that realistic point of like, no, like what is going to be feasible for, not just me, but like my family, like, But yeah, ODU was perfect. Just being a few hours away. I cried when they told us that we had to come home for break. I was like, what you mean?
For a break?
Yes.
You were crying for leaving the school?
Yes.
Really?
I was like, what do you mean I got to go home? This is my home.
Wow. Goodness gracious.
After a semester?
Yes.
Lord.
I mean, I think it's just one of those things where it's like, you finally get your independence, your own space. Again, 1 to 5 is a lot, in addition to cousins and everybody. So just being in a space where I, like, could value, like, the importance of being around different people, honing in on those relationships, learning. Like, that's, as I grew into high school, I was like, I actually do like to learn and study and, like, do all those things. And I went into ODU thinking I was going to do information technology.
IT.
Because I love computer information systems, which is totally different from the IT space. And I was like, okay, and I'm going to come out here with some money. But those business classes, because they make you do a whole, like, accounting, economics.
Just because you want to do a little computer stuff?
Decision sciences, whatever those math classes.
That's right. That's right.
I was like, I might need to see what my heart's saying, because my mind is already saying absolutely not. But yeah, so that did, after a few classes, I was like, why are you doing this to yourself? Like, follow your heart. And so I had already had, like, some management, like a few more of those classes, because those were easier than the accounting, finance. I don't even want to think back with them terms.
Don't even. It's triggering me just thinking about the business.
And so like I ended up doing management and then occupational technical studies, training specialists, which ideally is a great space to be in right now because you're looking at helping corporations come up with training, onboarding, all of those things. It's much more detailed than that, but they have a program where they basically work towards just, building out the real world application things. So yeah, I ended up with that with a minor in management, minor in human services, because again, just pulling on my heart, like, no, I need to be with the people, And
you're not the computers, not the machines.
No. Nope. And then, I was like, well, also, like, really wanted to do, like, more2youth work. And so after graduating, I came back home, worked at Music Today. 3 to 11, that was my shift.
Really?
Yes, and doing customer service. And then I was managing also while getting my master's in school counseling through Liberty. And that also was a very interesting experience. I enjoyed it.
Did you go to campus?
Yeah, so we had to do intensives, which we go on campus, 2 weeks at a time, like throughout the semesters. Mainly because I wanted to be a school counselor. Okay. That's where I landed. I'm like, I'm going to go do school counseling. Okay. High school specifically, helping with that life after high school.
And then some counseling, so that's good.
In the school building, like I enjoyed my, my internships. I did one at Almar High School at Broadest Wood. Like I really enjoyed it. And then I was like, do I really want to be in a school building all day?
After getting your master's, you was like, actually, I don't know.
But what ended up happening was, as I was like finishing up and applying, City of Promise would launch their first pathway coach position.
I didn't know.
And I prayed and thought about that thing. I was like, this is new. So
you said you was gonna get into a what do they call the businesses that just get started?
Yeah,
startup.
A startup.
And under Sarad, Sarad was the director, and like I just remember, You come in, you can, there's not real structure. You can make it what you want. And I was like, okay, sure. I think I can do it. Best decision ever. Like under Sarad, like that mentorship, the community. Like, I have one of the interns. I mean, I call them my interns. One of the staff people this summer was one of the young people that I got to work with at City of Promise. And his first days, he was like, Miss Latara. I'm like, I am not Miss Latara in here. Like, you are now, like, he was like, no, you're going to always be Miss Latara. And I was like, oh, my gosh. But that culture, right, of, like, beyond, like, we're, supporting families and youth to get to the next college career readiness pathway, whatever that looks like, is, like, building those intrinsic relationships. And you're not going to get that in the school. Let's be honest. Like, those intimate, come have a cup of coffee with me. Like, let's talk through what's happening at school with your child. Like, what do we need to, put in place? Like, those skills, experiences, like, that is really what has led me to where I am today. And then just being around visionaries. That's what I call Sarad. He is a visionary.
I thought you were talking about the kids. No. I was like, yeah, I guess you could call him visionary.
That man right there, I appreciate him. Like, really just believing
Shout
in
out
me.
To Sarad.
Yes. But I was just like, how our brains are totally different, right? Like, he come up with something and it's like, all right, we're doing it. And I'm like, okay, here we go. But just seeing even some of the things that, he was thinking about then, like, come to life. It's always inspiring. But yeah, I really enjoyed my time at City of Promise. I really did. But, then it was just like, all right, what you going to do next? Because you done it. Like, there's just
That's the worst part about life. They want you to keep doing stuff.
Yeah. And honestly, like, I knew that I needed to make a transition because I'm also the type of person that I'm not going to go unless somebody tell me to.
Yeah.
Or need me to.
So same.
I don't really look at it. Like, I'm just like, I'm good. I'm doing great. Things are coming together, especially when you start something new and, like, you put those things in place and it's, like, solid, right? But, yeah, so in that, transition, a position opened at Human Services for Family Services Specialists. And so those are our titles at Community Attention, Community-Based Services. And so I did that. I guess I just celebrated 10 years.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Yeah, so in that transition, so our roles we wear multiple hats in that role, too. So, like, coming from City of Promise to the family service specialist role is really like mentoring and providing that, level of care and support for families. Some that are court appointed, service referrals, school-based, community, but it's, again, more in the community-based services.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thoroughly enjoyed that as well as the KAIP program. So Community Attention Youth Internship Program. I was a counselor first as part of my role. And I would tell them all the time, this is my favorite program. Like, and I mean it. It's so good. Like, we're so fortunate to have KAIP in our community.
I've been lying about the name to people. I've been guessing Charlottesville area.
Everybody does it. Charlottesville area, Charlottesville, Albemarle.
I have told 10 people.
Just say KAIP.
They're like, what is KAIP? I'm like, Charlottesville area Youth Improvement Program.
What?
I swear. That was what it gave me. Or I think I say intern. I do think I say intern program. But girl, when I just read community attention today, I said, I done been lying all around. I've been like, you should really get into this. Latara can talk to you about it. They can't even find it online, girl. They type it in.
Because your version doesn't exist. That's why.
Charlottesville area youth. I said, dang.
So community attention is where we land. That's our
okay.
The name of our units and within the Department of Human Services.
Confident though, respect that.
I have been confident up until this point.
Yeah, good.
Yes.
Okay, good for you.
Fair, it's okay.
Good for you.
Still, just direct them to me. We'll get them.
Yeah, there you
away.
go. That's it.
Yeah. As long as I said your name, it doesn't matter. You tell them the real name.
And honestly, so the person before me had been in the role for about 6-7 years.
Oh, it's a long haul.
And so, her leaving was like, all right, you're next. Again, I'm not the type of person to be like, let me just go apply or do the, I'm good over here. But there was this tug on my heart of you have been doing this. You have been out cultivating sites. You have been, providing that excellent quality mentoring, coaching for our young people. And so, for me, it was a easy yes, but I also was and I got to supervise adults. What? These other parts that I was I don't know about that. Keep me with the kids. But it has been really, really great, being on the side of local government. You really never know, right? But I will say that being with City of Charlottesville, it has been very supportive. We have a great team at Department of Human Services all the way around. We all jump in, especially in the summer. We're doing our interviews. We're screening, we're matching, we're outside recruiting, and all the other things that family service specialist role holds. They're doing all of that in addition to, and then our program supervisors definitely provide support all the way around, and we also run other programs too during the summer. But KAIP, when you have 150 plus kids, wow, what's happening?
Wow.
You want to do an ad break?
You want to do ready? You ready for this?
Yeah, push the button.
F8. F8.
We got
Shout
you.
out to Jay James. If you are just joining us, this is Envision Radio from the United Way of Greater Charlottesville and City of Promise. News Radio 98.9, 1070 AM WINA. Price and Markey here in the studio with Latara Ragland. Big thanks to our friends and to our sponsors, the Jefferson School Foundation. That is jeffersonschoolfoundation.org. And you're hosting that thing again, aren't you?
I'm hosting... I'm not gonna lie, I got a couple things.
Well, you got a couple things.
Yes.
Multiple engagements now. What else are you hosting?
October, yes.
Hold on, now back up. What else are you hosting?
I'm moderating a couple panels.
Look at you.
I forgot about the thing. They asked me and Price to host the gala for the NBA again.
Right,
okay, nice.
When is that?
I think I might be out of town. I don't know why I'm putting Kim's business out in public, but I think I might be out of town.
She's gonna hear this. She been really thinking you coming.
Yes.
It's October. There's plenty of
So I gotta find another co-host.
I need to check, but we will figure it out. But anyway, this is not about our scheduling issues. We'll bring that up later. But so thinking about, talk to me about the growth of KAIP. 150 kids is a lot.
It is.
It's a lot. How do you, just from a structure standpoint, I think people, and I think you guys all feel this too, is that the scale of things people are often confused by, right? When you say, we are working with 20 kids or 40 kids or 100 kids or whatever, there's always this urge to be Like, okay, right? But like that's a ton of logistics go into moving around and operating that many people, right? So how does that talk a little bit about how that works and just how you make sure that like people get to where they need to go and they're matched to things that are useful. And I mean, I think there's significantly more that goes into that than people think. People just see the end result. Right. They go, oh, okay, it works, hooray, But talk a little bit about all that goes into baking the cake.
Yeah, there's a lot of ingredients for sure. And again, I'm just grateful for the team that we have at Department of Human Services, even like all the other parts of our department, really just coming together. And remember I said, like, coming from City of Promiseboro, that was like the thing that I had to create. This has already been in existence since 2007. Mm-hmm. So there were pieces.
2007, wow.
It's almost 20 years.
Yeah. Listen, I'm already like, what are we doing? Like, let's start thinking about it.
Sure, wow.
Yeah, so amazingly, like, we are in that space where a lot of those structures and things were in place, and we know that they work well. Misty Graves, who is now our director, along with, some other folks, were part of starting KIP and meshing that with our Teens Gift Service Learning in the very beginning. So as we have matriculated, we understand, like, if we're going to, and it's not at this point. It's not even an invitation for our youth. They find us, and we love that so much. Like we go out and do our city schools recruitment because that's where we get our monies from, the city council primarily. But yeah, like it's a lot, and so we are refining our systems. Especially as you increase your numbers. We're supposed to take in a total of 200.
Oh, okay, that's what you.
And that is probably going to still be our goal because our application pool is 300 and something. That's how many youth we had this summer apply.
Okay.
And so, again, talking about the monies and, like, our area, we have city, we have county, and then we have our surrounding counties. And even that logistics of, like...
People from the surrounding counties can also apply?
They can apply. So we've done some grant finding. So we apply a small grant to those that are in surrounding counties, mainly because we don't have enough to really go and ask Louisa, Fluvanna, Green, right, Orange. But... we aren't advertising there. We also are not advertising in the Elmer County schools. Like,
but the people come though.
People come. Half of our applicant pool was half.
So you don't got to come talk to. You don't got to come talk to us. We gonna find.
Well, the other half was trying to Google the stuff she was telling us.
Yes.
They couldn't find it. So that's
still
why.
Looking.
That's why.
You might have. Now that they know the real name, they.
All of a sudden next year,
Listen,
wow, we have
that is what
800 applicants.
We want you to know and apply, and we want them to know that this is for them at the end of the day. Like, that's just been my thing, is like, this is for you. Like, there is not a single young person that I don't think can benefit from the program. And so,
and we should have remiss for asking earlier, but just talk about what is it? I think I forget sometimes that we sit here and we know what it is.
Yeah,
because
that's true.
We are in your world, but just what is it?
Yeah, so KIP is a youth internship program, a paid youth internship program. 14 to 21-year-olds can apply into the program. We, do an interview with them to hear about what their interests are, what they don't like, learn about some things they're already doing in their worlds. Like, some of these young people, like y'all remember I said I played around in 14, 15?
Yeah, these kids are different.
They different.
Yeah,
you was not in KIP.
I'm like, y'all got full LinkedIn profiles and resumes,
and
2 pages.
We heard that. I'm like, why would a kid have a LinkedIn profile?
Yeah.
Well, we also are trying to encourage them to use social media more positively because that is their world. So, like, how can you do it constructively without having all this other? So, during our academy, we have someone come and talk about those things. But, yeah, like, we really are, we go out, recruit, make sure that all of our youth have an opportunity to learn. We start at Buford, Charlottesville Middle, 8th graders, so that they have a chance to learn about the program, 14 and up. So... but yeah, most find us in our schools. Like, they help get the word out, all the things. But we on the city side, we actually go out and find the job sites. Yeah. So those are our site supervisors.
I feel like that's how I met you, right?
You served this summer.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, we got there.
You was like,
come on.
Come on. I didn't know we was gonna get in there, but we really did.
You did it. First summer.
What did you have the kids doing?
All the day. So I lost an intern with Bank of America just because we didn't have enough applications, so we only had one.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Okay.
They changed the system. It used to be high schoolers. Now it's rising sophomores in college. So it's just harder to advertise.
Wait, what? It's only college kids now?
Yes, it's no high school.
A lot of
kids.
Internships are going to that.
Why?
I don't know if it's reliability. I can't even guess.
Money. Funding.
What do you mean?
There's a good pot of money for college students who get internship experience right now. And I think it's like the Virginia something.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Y'all had some good ones, though.
Yeah, we've had some
like the
good
high school
young
kids. The high school
people.
kids were really good.
They are so, and it's not only they're open to learning, they're youthful. not that the college kid hadn't been useful, but it's like I felt like I could teach a high school
Yeah.
or something.
I was gonna say sometimes
but they were
it's
also
our own
pretty-
expectations too
Yeah.
around
They
like
were pretty responsible. I mean,
Yeah.
I had Kat on like past her internship thing, and she was
they
running
are so I was sad to know that it was going to be moving to it.
Yeah.
But the intern I got was so amazing, and then I was like, but I need help. The reason we get two is because we need to.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm at Latara, and she was telling me about the program. I was like, okay, well, send me all this information, girl, because I'm going to sign us up.
Right. Well, we
Yeah.
at the Jefferson School Foundation, remember I came and talked at
Yes.
that? Yes.
I was like, well, let me hear some more because...
And even in that, there were 2 young ladies that applied into the program from that night. And I'm like,
Wow.
yes, this is what it's about.
This
Get the
is what
site
it's
supervisor
about.
in and the interns.
How many new sites did you think you had this year?
Oh, man. I don't even know.
You had a lot more?
I won't say like a lot more because some do keep returning.
Okay. That's
yeah.
good.
I think
We
what we
gonna
try
return.
to do, yes, I think what we try to do with the new is like new interest to match our youth,
Okay.
right? Like this summer we had Flo and Carter
love
Myers,
that.
like those things that we haven't necessarily had before.
Sure.
Yeah.
And again, that push pull, like come on, just try it, So great partnerships. And for me, that I'm really just grateful for that in our community. That people say yes. And the interns do get paid through the city of Charlottesville, so all of that piece is like
That was my favorite part.
Yeah, you don't even have to worry about it. Just sign up on that timesheet and let the counselor take it from there.
That's right. That's right.
And standing out of our program too is like having a counselor job coaching and encouraging.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that part.
Yeah, the interns to keep going because people don't believe me. But week 3, you'd be like, I'm tired of this. But that counselor supports them and make sure they leave with the resume with us.
Oh, cool.
They create a SMART goal in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want to work on while you're here in this little bit of time? We're going to get you right down something.
That's incredible. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it is. And just the backing of like city council, city manager, like just everybody. So our next push is going to be like getting some more funding from the county, possibly, just because we know like
It's a need.
And the bottom line is the youth are coming to us. Like we aren't having to actively say, no, you need to sign up for this and do it now.
Yeah. Right.
Right. And it's also a great family engagement tool. We started having what we call family nights. So talk back about the logistics, like adding in pieces.
That's right.
So last summer, I was like, you know what? We about to do this family dinner, family night, get our paperwork out the way, give parents,
I love that.
guardians, caregivers an overview of the program so they know what to expect and they're not just hearing from their
kid,
14, 16-year-old that's giving them bits and pieces here. Mainly so that, the program can be successful. The young person can be successful because it's a lot when you commit yourself to this and you're like, I don't want to do it. Well, what are you going to do with the rest of your summer? Because this was supposed to be for
that's right.
6 weeks,
That's
you know?
right.
And just having that open communication with everybody, like with our parents, that for me, I feel like that's always going to be something that we're learning because everybody has different learning styles. Not everybody wants 5 emails a week, right? And then some people are like, just text me or whatever. Just tell me where I need to show up. So like trying to manage those things and just being realistic about when we have that many youth, like where do we start in the process to make sure we get everybody in and it's seamless and everybody feels good about what they're doing.
Yeah.
So
that's I think it's like worth noting. It's an incredibly complicated enterprise in and of itself, and then you're dealing with like people, right? And you're dealing with
With
kids and families that have stuff, right?
Yes,
and I think that's the thing that we
absolutely.
always underestimate is like even the best laid plan, right? There's things happen, and so the ability to be responsive I think is really cool. I'm gonna remember my F8 while I'm thinking about it and make sure that I do my job here and go yep, right on. If you are just joining us, this is Envision Radio from the 908 of Greater Charlottesville, City of Promise, News Radio 98.9, 1070 AM WINA. Price Markey here, hanging out with Latara Ragland. Big thanks to our sponsor, to our friends, the Jefferson School Foundation, that is reimagined, redefined, refueled for the future. JeffersonSchoolFoundation.org. So what else is keeping you busy? So there's KHIP, and then what else is happening in our fair city that either is interesting or that's sort of animating. Your work. I mean, 10 years is a long time, right? It's a long time. Is it not a long time? It feels like a long time to me.
It's a long time.
I know it's a long time. I know it's a long time
yeah.
to you. I know you get itchy at like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, what's keeping you excited? Right? Excited. I think, again, when we talk about time dilation, right? I think about that. I go, wow, that's a long time to be doing a thing, right? So like it's got to be either new or interesting or exciting or challenging. And what are those things for you?
I mean, I think that's what it is. It's new. It's different. You know, I can come into this role and be like, hey, I want to try this thing, right? Kind of going back to the City Promise where I didn't think I had that skill. Building upon that. But I think also, like, one thing I didn't touch on was my own lived experience, like growing up impoverished and like I said, I needed the supports of the village, like across the board to help me. So when I see these young people that don't see themselves in our program because they've been told that they can't or they won't or they, you know, all the no's, you know, hearing like that's what really fuels me. You know, I just stopped a young man yesterday after graduation and I interviewed him and I said, I told you were going to get here.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he shared very personal things about his life, like, because we asked some questions in our interview that, like, allows him to do that a little bit. And, like, he just stole my heart. Yeah. And the one thing he wanted to do was be at UVA. This is a young black man. He wanted to be at UVA for his summer. That's where he wanted to spend his summer.
Sure.
And that's where we placed him because we are cultivating sites all across this community.
Amen.
And so, you know, he was able to spend some time at UVA event management.
Yeah.
And absolutely loved it. And I'm looking at him at graduation, like, you know, and regardless of like the impact, like I'm sure there were days where he was like, I'm not telling my mama, but I ain't going to work today. You know what I'm saying? Like he still showed up. He still gave his best. And I think like for all of our youth that get to experience this, it's like, you're going to learn something. You're going to be able to take away something. And for me, that really is important. Like, yes, we have all the other pieces that needs to come into it to make it go, but it is really the impact that the youth feel that drive me. And I think about my own kids, like they're young right now. I mean, I know they're going to be eventually 14 and stuff. Need a job now.
I know.
Need a job. My 4 and 9-year-old.
She said, I'm going to the office and say, it's not 14, it's 5. You can start working here at 5.
Y'all better contribute to this project right here. Yeah.
All their wants and need. I'm like,
I'll tell you what, it's the fruit that gets me.
I can't imagine. Yes. Yeah. Asking my parents for some of the things that they be asking them with boldly.
Oh, sure.
Like,
oh, grandparents are suckers. Yeah,
they different too.
Yeah. Do you? So now I need to ask you this because you are obviously raised by your parents and you have this experience of them as grandparents to your kids. Are your parents your parents anymore? Because I look at my parents who are incredible and who I love dearly, and I'm like, come on.
You're
like,
not the same guys.
Y'all lying to me.
Yeah,
y'all are lying to me.
exactly.
I even asked my sisters, I was like, y'all can check me if I'm wrong, but like, what's happening right now?
What is happening?
Like, what is this?
It's very interesting. So my parents, you know, are on the younger end. My husband's parents, they're still young, but they're on the older end.
Okay.
And it's different on both sides.
Oh, really?
And my mom still works full time, 2 jobs. Like she like, y'all do what y'all do over there, and I'm gonna keep doing my thing.
Sure.
Whereas, you know, we do have the, you know, being fortunate to have my mother in love, like, help with the care of my kids. But some of the stuff I'd be like, y'all ain't go to Chick-fil-A 3 times this week.
Grandma was here, wasn't she? Like, yeah.
But then there's also the sweet moments where it's like they adore her pancakes, right?
Oh, it's incredible.
Like they don't want
great.
nothing else but her pancakes. And I'd be like, I make pancakes too. And they're like, it ain't the same.
Yeah.
Like even in their responses, like they don't have no filters.
No, you start fighting for your honor with your own children. I'm like, why am I arguing with you? Like, what am I doing? Yeah.
But
y'all can't even compete with grandparents at all.
No.
What's that?
No.
Y'all can't compete with grandparents at all.
No.
No, and also, but they get a pass because they don't have to deal with the aftermath.
They're the fun. They're the fun police.
Like that's exactly. No, I'm the
they're
fun
police.
police.
They're
right?
fun.
They are the fun. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm the death of the fun. Right, and that's how the architecture should be. But it is very clear that like they're the ones that are like, oh yeah, totally, and I have to be the one that's like, now I have to say no to this. You understand that, right? So y'all just get to be like, well. We would, but dead. And I'm like, that's all right. That's how it should be.
Yeah, so my mother-in-law, she is a retired educator. She was in the county schools.
Okay.
And so, like, they don't, after school, that's the one part that she don't play around with.
That's
She's
right.
like, nope, you're going to sit here. You're going to do this reading.
That's right.
And like my 4-year-old is going into the county public preschool this school year, so I can't wait.
Yeah,
it's gonna be real good.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be a little bit of the fun part for them when I pick them up. But she's gonna get them together. I'm real excited for that.
That's so fun. Yeah. That's excellent.
And I should mention too, like even for them. So my husband and I, we were high school sweethearts. We didn't go to the same high school.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Separate high school sweetheart.
Where did he go?
He went to Miller. So we're down the road.
Okay. Yeah, it's clear.
That's funny. High school sweetheart. We didn't go to the same high school.
No. He might as well have. But even his parents like really shepherded a lot of my like, what you doing next, girl? Like, you know.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. They weren't playing around with me. They were like,
interesting. Yeah, if you're gonna be a part of this, you better.
Okay, you better get it together. And so I appreciate them so much for that. Like, you know, my parents were there for sure. I mean, my dad was hard. Like, we didn't get away with too much.
Sure.
But, you know, I just think about like our youth today and how so much of that is missing, right? Like that accountability, that village, that like you go to grandma's, this is how it is, and you know how it is, right? You might go to aunties, like my nieces. I think I'm the hard auntie for real.
Are you? I think I'm the hard auntie too.
They be like, they be running on my house.
Daughter, I feel like,
really?
I'd be like, just the other day at church, she was acting up. I was like, if you do that again, I don't want to show you what I gotta do. I won't go do nothing because that's not me.
In the Lord's house too.
She was doing a lot. Shout out to Eliza, but please don't. But I'm not the hardest aunt she got. I got a hard aunt. Her great aunt. My hard aunt is also her hard aunt.
Okay, there you go. Generationally hard aunt.
She's like, you need that. I got a hard aunt that's gonna be hard forever. Okay.
Yeah. You absolutely do. No, you do.
He's up a little. I have to tell my hard aunt. He's up a little bit, auntie.
Just a little bit.
She didn't disrespect you. She was just asking you if she could go over there.
But that border.
That's right.
But I do think, like, even in the program aspect, right? Like, people are like, "There's nothing to do," and I'm like, "There is stuff to do. It may not always be what our young people want to do, but a lot of that is really setting them up for their future." And then when they get in it and they're like, "No, I don't want to do it no more," and we let them do that. Like, for me, I think that's where my hardness comes in, because I'm really like, no. Like, even for my son, he's been working on his black belt since at Mountain Chem. You know, like since he was 4, because he needed something at 4, and I was like, right down the street, here we go. And his dad's been on that plane, so I'm not going to just, you know, we've just been pushing him and investing and like making sure. So I said, you get this black belt and you can bow out and do something else.
Sure. Yeah.
Now you got to get to the top of your field before you can try something else.
Well, he's been doing other stuff, but like not quit at the end of the day, right? You know, you can't just walk away from this.
Yeah.
Right. You're at Bulldon as a rising 5th grader. You're going to get this black belt.
Yeah. I mean, the step right below probably
but you'll
nice.
be surprised.
Yeah.
Because they go into middle school and things shift a little bit.
My dad told me something interesting one time, and I'll never forget this about my sports career. He said, look, don't ever quit on a bad day.
Yeah.
So he said, if you have a great day, if you have a great game, right, and you walk off the field being like, I'm here, and you still don't like it, okay.
Then that's it.
Okay,
that makes sense.
But he was like, you can't leave on a bad day. You can't just have a bad day or have a bad session or have a bad game or have a bad hour and be like, I'm out. And it was really interesting, and it just framed a lot of how we think about that.
I love that, though.
I never then ever thought about, like, I thought about it differently, because I never in my whole career came off after I was like, I killed it today and was like, I'm out.
I'm out. Right.
So then you realize,
you can only judge it by your best day.
Oh, I still love the thing. And so if I still love the thing enough to not leave it when it's working, then I owe myself, you know, the opportunity to overcome the things that are great.
Exactly.
And so that was really, and it was really interesting. And I think to your point, even with, you never hear that even when you're working with kids, right? You've never had a kid, you know, and ours, the kids we work with are younger, but even our sort of littler kids, they never want to do the hard stuff when it's hard. But the second that kid breaks through and he's like, oh, you read that book, they're never like, yeah, I'm done reading.
And I want to
like,
read the next one because you got all these series.
That's exactly right. You know, and so that has been a really crystallizing moment for me in the way that you said it, of like, I think that by internalizing that, it gives you a different framework to understand that, like, hey, look, you can walk. But if you still want to walk when it's working, then cool. We agree that it's not your thing.
Exactly.
I can live with that. But I think that's a really hard thing to modulate, of course, with your own kids, but certainly with kids who aren't yours, it's even harder.
It is even harder, yes. And, like, for me, a lot of that is just, like, trying to, like, put it into those words of, like, hey, there's going to be a payday. There's going to be, like, just kind of helping them see, like, the light. Like, what is hard? Like, how can we make it be better, you know? But still, once they get the okay for them to quit,
They're going to continue to quit.
Yeah.
Once they get the okay of like, you know what, I'm tired of taking you to practice every day anyway. Because sometimes I get like that with my 4-year-old doing dance.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. So like, I do think that village piece is missing, where we can have other people come in and help and pour in and like make that investment.
Yeah.
We actually had you saying that we had Paris Jones as our graduation speaker yesterday.
Oh, really?
He couldn't be in person, but
Okay.
it was still great, and he like touched on those things of like, you know, you just don't know what you're gonna wake up to, right? So don't take those things for granted. But also, he talks about quitting football, and like even though that was his dream, he was gonna quit because he was like, it ain't working. It was a bad day, several bad days.
Yeah.
But he kept showing up, right?
Yeah.
And like, you know, his story is great if anybody has a chance to like look at it. So
Yeah, Paris was one of my students when I was an intern at UVA.
see, look
I
at
was
look
a
at
summer,
the years.
I was a
Right.
summer counselor. He was in the student transition program.
Really?
And it was two of us. I was a summer counselor, and a lot of the football players come to the transition program.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just helps you get on track for starting your first year.
Sure.
So yeah, he was one of my students.
Yes.
That's fun.
But I did see the story about Paris being. I was like, wow, the kids that I used to know.
The kids.
See?
Now you're
Right.
calling them the kids.
He was a kid.
Yeah.
He was a kid when I was there.
The youth. That's right.
He wasn't even a
Yes.
first year yet.
So
Yeah.
he has a book out. I'm gonna
Okay.
Go ahead, Paris.
Wow.
And actually, I heard him on this WINA, and I was like, his story. Wait, what? You know? So I like looked him up that same day, and I was like, all right, Paris, we need a graduation speaker.
Yeah.
Everything that you have lived.
I love that.
Models a lot of what our young people in this
They
community
need
that
it.
are in this
Sure.
program
That's great.
need. And so like,
I love that.
I'm like, I hope somebody recorded it, but
If
Yeah.
not, it's for
buy
next
the
year.
book.
There you
Like,
go.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right.
There we
Yeah.
go. Advertising.
Plug for the book.
Yes.
If you are just jumping in, this isn't Vision Radio from the United Way of Greater Charlottesville, City of Promise, News Radio 98.9, 1070 AM WINA, Price and Markey, here hanging out with Latara Ragland. Big thanks to our sponsor, to our friend, the Jefferson School Foundation, jeffersonschoolfoundation.org. How do you choose your partner sites? How do you decide where kids go? How do you?
I think that's like my sweet spot of the role, because like I do like to be out in the community. I like to build those relationships. I like to learn and see what's happening.
Yeah.
You know? And that's what I did well when I was at City of Promise too, because in the beginning it was like, we got to build out all the resources, like cultivate those, like make sure, you know. So a lot of those skills again was like, all right, here you go, apply. And I had already known a lot of people just from doing that work. But our sites, one is volunteer, like they come on and don't get paid.
Yeah.
So they know they're coming in off the top, like, we ain't gonna pay you for this. But it is about, one, like their desire and commitment to being, you know, connected with a young person in our community, because it is a lot of work, right? Like you're dealing with not only them, you have their parent, which we try to handle that part. You have the counselor, like 3 different people, you know, well, ideally 2 that are coming to connect with you. And we look at meaningful work experiences. So, like, what will the intern be doing when they're with you? What will this look like on a resume for them? What will this look like for a potential career interest? Because when we hear from the interns, we want to know, like, what is it that you want to do? Right? So if they say culinary, we're going to match them with Beacon. We're going to match them with Order Up. We're going to match them with, like, our sites that make sense for that.
Yeah.
And the age.
Sure, right.
So even though we take in 14, some of our sites, especially those culinary spaces, can only do 16 and up, because they want them to be really hands-on.
Right.
So yeah, we look at, you know, meaningful work, supervision, support, mentoring, like that, just that desire. And then overall, like some of our sites will hire on. So what does that look like? What does that look like for future connections? We are trying a few, you know, back to logistics around Caleb. It's like, what's the next? Like, you know, you hear like this summer, especially, there was this whole big thing of like teens not getting hired, even though places say that they do.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think it's been the lowest rate. So like for us, we really try to leverage those relationships. Like if we know, like Wegmans can't take an intern because they have their own internal process. So what we've done with them is like offer on the spot interviews. So we cultivate that a little bit. They can only take so many. So like we're learning all these things as we go along, right? Even the catering outfit, like they too will do their own hiring. They can't take an intern, but they can hire. So like we just look at those kind of partnerships too.
Yeah.
But yeah, taking in our site partners, we try to hold on to them once we get them, because there is a lot of work that comes into like hosting. But then like once you get it, right? You got it.
Yeah.
And you can build upon that too at site.
Yeah.
So.
Has anything surprised you? Like, have there been things that you were like, oh, I didn't know a lot of people would be interested? Like, is there something that stands out as like interest? Because I'm trying to get at this question of like, how do you match, which I think is hard in certainly your job, is like match some of the interests of kids with the reality that have they been introduced to enough things to feel like you have a full menu of things to choose from, right? Yep. If we understand that sometimes these communities can become very insular, and so if if we are the horizons broad enough so that you're being offered enough diversity to choose a thing.
Well, so that's the thing. They don't choose.
So how much input do they have?
Their input is telling us like their top 3 interests.
I see. Okay.
Like interest, not necessarily place.
Yes, no placements, because sometimes our placements change. And like I don't want to present a menu and then it's like, well, I can't go to that
actually,
place.
this place didn't come back this year, so they won't be there.
Sure. Okay.
Yes. So like, and those things we are always trying to rework and rethink about too, right? Like, because there's power in doing it that way too, where you get to choose. And hey, you chose this placement, so maybe there's even more, buy-in. And our success rate has like been relatively high for how we've been doing it. Like last summer was 98%. I think this summer we're at 92%. Like,
wow.
Like
people graduating is people,
successfully completed.
Yeah.
And so I think it's the reality of like when you're dealing with, as the numbers grow, it's harder to be like, hey, pick a place here. Right, and some of them don't even know. That's the other part about our program.
So that was part of the question.
They don't even know what these places are.
Yes,
like
correct.
Your intern, he probably had no idea. So like that's part of what we try to strive for. Is like what else is in the community that you may not know about that you can give back to. And so for our placement decisions, we take in their interests. We understand what the site supervisor needs because we meet with them one-on-one. We go to their site placements. If we obviously haven't already been there, like just taking in all the information of inventory. And then as a staff, we come together and make those matches based upon how they did in the interview, about what they share with us. Like it's the whole thing. But because we need to have a wide variety, some of our sites don't get interns because
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we just don't have an intern that
matched in any particular way.
We want it to kind of come together, right? It won't be 100% perfect, but location, right?
Yeah.
Some of our sites we've cultivated are
too far
down 29 because we have the county youth that come from that direction. Like it's just so many different things that come into play. So our sites, we try to find a wide variety. If you name something outside of healthcare, because that's been hard to tap into, animal sciences, that's been hard to tap into.
Even at SPCA?
Yes, we have the rummage store. This year they did come. The SPCA did say 18 and up, which is great.
Okay,
but again, trying to find that 18-year-old that has an animal interest, and so layers. Or like even some of our childcare places, like talking. My child goes to the YMCA, and so like being on that board, I was like, hey, is there this is something that we can help funnel through. Like, and obviously they have their program up and going now, but you still have to be 16 to do those. So at 14, 15, some of our places will still. Allow you to come and be connected to child care, which gives that exposure. So whatever, pretty much everything.
Everything is you can do anything.
We're not gonna say no unless we see some very glaring signs of like this
business is crazy.
They don't want teens. They don't want young people here right now. Like, and it's fine.
Sure. Yeah. But talk about your other community work.
I was gonna say I'm reading this right here.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all.
So what? Yeah. So what is going on? What
Six
aren't
boards.
you doing?
I don't know what bug hit me this year.
Was it recently?
That happened to me too.
No, don't even start with that.
To say yes.
Is it recent for you?
It's
not recent for you.
No.
You've been growing towards this, and now you're like winning awards.
Me and her just joined the task
force
force together.
I'm sure you did.
Same day.
I know about you. I ain't got nothing to say.
I don't know. We might have the same energy though.
Are you like that? Are you like that?
She got 4.
I'm not talking about that. I'm just like personality wise. I know you better than I know you, but we've worked together. Why this is funny for me, and why it's funny to have
4 boards.
Having done this with you for so long, is that you have like that never met a stranger, like full on golden retriever energy.
And that's
just
how
like
I am.
why are you like that too?
And I honestly get that from my
you
dad.
You don't seem as much as.
Well, that's why I'm not surprised she doesn't say no, because she's just like, you're like, hey, Mark, you do this. She's like, yeah.
Like, I can't do that. Right? I need to let me get a minute to think about.
You think about stuff. Okay, that's good.
Okay.
is right now, because I say no all the time.
Do you?
Okay.
Okay, great. Well, you're not. Then it's
There's
not
some
like-
boards on there that are not listed mainly because I was like, all right, I think my time is done. I love
You said I didn't only list this 5, but I actually
No,
have a couple
that's-
more than
those
my
are
term.
active.
That my term is about 10.
Or some, I'm just trying to drop a hint. I'm not going to put them
Yeah,
on
right.
there. Y'all
Don't-
need to.
don't
Y'all
read
need
that.
to.
I'm on Foundation for Education.
If you didn't hear your name on this list, she's no longer serving on that
then I
board.
won't name them. Sorry, then I won't say them. I'm not gonna. I was gonna read them, but then I just
I hate to break it to you,
Education
but-
Foundation, Jefferson School Foundation, Heart and Soul Fitness.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And listen,
But it's great. It's all stuff you
So
believe
what are-
in.
what
but
are
like,
you
what about
saying no to?
Yeah,
I'm
like,
confused.
right.
I just named 5, so I just.
I've said no. I have
Everybody
said no
wants
this
you.
year. Well, I don't even know if it's that really, because what I also say is like I'm gonna do the work. What if you need something like for the Jefferson School Foundation, for example?
Yeah.
Like we're there every day. You
Yeah.
know, I drop my kid off, and
Sure.
so like. That place, and I've done that since she was 12 weeks old. So that place has
Oh, wow.
definitely
Means
had
something
like
to you.
even more meaning than
Yeah.
before. And even if I have to like help with traffic in the morning, like this morning there were 2 school buses backing up 4th Street, and I was like, oh no, I had the director come out. I said, you might want to come help or like send a
Yeah.
message in the portal to the parents, like. But it's just those things that I feel like for our community, like those things that I've said yes to and that I'm committed to, like yes, those are passions of mine already, work that
Yeah.
I'm already doing. So it's easy for me to say yes to, especially when I think about like the collaboration
Yeah.
that we all need to be doing.
That's
Like
right.
there's
Yes.
no reason that this one organization is trying to do the same thing that these other
That's
3
right.
are already doing.
That's right.
And sometimes it's a knowledge thing. Sometimes they don't know that these other things are happening. And, I mean, I'm just like, from a board aspect, you'll be very surprised about like
Sure.
how these decisions are made. It's not my favorite thing. I'm going to be real honest.
Right.
I don't like meetings. I don't like being on all these, let's just do the things,
Yeah,
y'all.
sure.
But I think it has opened my eyes to the fact of like there has to be some type of governance around like the,
Makes sense.
for example, I'm our Foundation for Education. I guess it'll be a year. Oh, it was a year in June, officially. So that my work with that started through Families Helping Families, and because we decided to dissolve that and become part of like tucked under our Foundation Education as a funding source, like opportunity. I was like, well, I'm here. Might as well.
Yeah.
Because also there's the advocacy piece that I'm very passionate about. Like
Right.
when it comes to education in our schools, like right now, my thing is like, all right, like we have the preschool stuff going on in our schools. We have the special education things. Like, let's not forget about those parts that also need to be fixed right now. Or improved. I'm not going to say fixed because it's not all bad. But just like,
Places that are already on your heart.
yes.
And they come
Even
in
Trades and Tech Foundation,
Yeah,
like
I'm
that is money. I think you guys know about that because you think, like, how do we get this money to the people that could use it?
they're doing it. They have a damn
and they
campaign
want
project
to.
this
Like,
year.
there's, everybody on the board has the same mission
they-
of like,
Yeah.
let's get this
People over
money
there.
out. You know,
Yeah, cool.
and there's some other things that are going to come out of the board too that I'm really excited about. Again, I think it's just finding a right mix. The board situation gets real funny because it's like, do we have everybody that we need here?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know,
No, you're right.
but yeah, I mean, I don't. And these are lights, right? To me, these are light boards. Like I'm not
Yeah.
in them.
You're not
Every
on a board
week.
where they give you an email.
Some maybe.
You don't have an email so you can do a little work. Oh, you do got your couple board emails?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
Lord.
Yes.
That means you're really about to do some work, though.
Yeah.
And I like that though.
They said we need
Like, I
you're gonna be
appreciate
doing
that.
you're gonna be communicating on our behalf so much
Oh, well,
that
no.
it'd be best to give you a work email.
Yeah, that's right.
No. Oh,
Latara Almar Education Foundation
No.
.org.
I don't want that part. No.
I got an email from a board member from my organization. I was like, they gave you an email?
Yeah.
That's
sure.
interesting.
That
happens.
You doing a lot of work for the
Yeah.
organization, ain't
Yeah.
you?
The communication is come directly from, so they know who you are.
I was like, this is.
But yeah.
But I wanted to also, like I mentioned, we both just joined the Jefferson School Foundation Task Force.
Okay. What are you
And-
task forcing?
Well, their 100th anniversary
100 years.
celebration is coming up
Wow.
on
Yes.
Monday, August 10th,
Oh.
6 to 8.
Wow.
They're doing like a commemorative walk
Okay.
and passing the torch from generation to generation, like a physical torch. Like they're going to be.
There's an actual torch.
It's going. They found an Olympic style torch that they're going to light
Yes.
and pass it from the alumni of the school.
Okay.
Is going to start the race and
Okay.
give it to the runners, and that runner is going to go to the next generation. So they're going to be passing it, and then children are going to be bringing it across the finish line.
Kids in Fire. I love that.
Yeah, they're gonna that's gonna be an old enough person.
Okay,
It's not 2, might be 10. Okay. We talked about that at the board meeting. Maybe somebody who's okay. Get off them scooters.
Right.
Like, please don't.
Bird lime scooters.
No, that would be commemorative.
And even that is in conjunction with Prolific.
Yeah, Prolific is doing the run.
Yeah, absolutely.
Commemorative run. And Soul of Seaville also.
Yep.
So everybody is doing.
Okay.
Because 100 years, you can look.
That's a long time.
None of us been here 100 years.
No.
So
that's correct.
But there are some alumni that will be there.
Oh, sure.
Yes, some alumni are going to be there. They're having a little thing. So
yeah, that's.
I think it's so cool that they're still around and can engage with the school still in a meaningful way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's.
And that was just like even the night of our meeting, our initiation meeting. I was just thinking about how like so much is still existing in that building that people come to, love to do, like just be a part of.
It's a community center.
Like, there's stuff happening today, that I'm like, yes, this is what this is for.
Yeah,
there's so much
and
going
I think
on over
Kim
there.
has like opened her heart, her mind around the school and
Absolutely.
just. So I'm excited. This is my first month.
It's our first month.
But I feel like
You've
I've been part of
on
it.
something for them, haven't you?
Yes, I'm on the Revive and Thrive, which is in September. I'm on the Revive and Thrive Planning Committee.
Okay.
So those committees end. Like we're doing the event.
I see.
But now we're on the task force for the foundation.
Okay.
So I guess I think that's just as long as the foundation can keep itself going on.
I see. Okay.
So events are just temporary committees or
All right.
boards, I would say.
Okay.
I count them, but not really.
Yeah.
Because I got to go to meetings.
Yeah.
Just like
You
the
like
back
the
to
meetings
school.
too?
Do I like the meetings? You know what? My problem with meetings is I want to lead.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm like, okay,
Really?
so I don't know if everybody knows what's going on, but I'm gonna just start talking.
Really?
Yeah, Kim would probably say that.
I like that.
See, she sat for years in these United Way meetings. Didn't say
a word.
thing.
Please, we on the air. Look,
Not a word.
please,
My
don't bring that up.
She would look
Don't bring
like
it
this.
up.
Latara like this. She would sit across the table from me, and someone would say something. She would go like this.
Praise, don't. For 2 years, I did not say a word.
Not a word.
You know what? I can do what I want.
That's why people trip now because they're like, was she? And I was like, yeah, she was always like she's been like that. She didn't say a
Just time
thing.
and place.
That's exactly right. She was just biding her time.
You gotta wait till you get to 2 years at least.
That's
You go
exactly
10 years.
That's facts. Yes.
So you started
get my
telling your
foot good
opinion.
in this door. Buffy.
So that thing you did 2 years ago, I actually did have a comment about.
Yeah.
And I know it's been 2 years, but I would like to tell it to you now.
Around and say,
I got a list. I've been writing this stuff down.
Come back around.
I want to address
and that's exactly how it went.
I would like to address all of my grievances. All right, look, before we let you go, I do have a question. So, what is big on your heart this year? What's coming that you're excited about, or what are some things that you would like to tackle, or see the city government tackle, or see Charlottesville at large make progress on?
man, that's a lot.
You can take any.
You
or
can
all of
literally
them.
say anything.
It happened to me at the end of our program where I'm like, I just want to sleep for 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So when you wake back up, when you reemerge, what are we running? What are we running hard at?
I think the thing that really, and I don't know what it is or how it can be. I know there's some work being done, but like for real, y'all, like I would love for us to see some type of systems of care, collaboration, like something solid that we can just hone in on.
Mm-hmm.
In the education space, or
Education, like we are a very rich resource community.
Yeah.
And I feel like we do this like, oh, we got to case manage this or like build a resource list for this. Like, I think I just get itchy when I think about, because then you hear like, oh, well, that costs money to do and who's going to maintain? And like, I think that really is like a dream of mine, because I love the fact that we have so many resources.
Sure. And
like I'll get on sometimes and people are like, where can I go for this? And I'm like, right? Like we can like find the information and like know that it's there, but how do we get that out into a larger space so that when we have issues, like housing, like our economic, insecurities, like how do we like we don't have to do that work. Right? We don't have to do that work to get started. Like it's already done. We just need to apply it. And I think that's really my, like, as
soon as you wake up, that's what you're tackling.
It's simple, but I feel like it would just be so good just to be like, we don't have to spend time doing those parts.
Right.
Because it's already been done. I know like there's like the street sheets and all of that, but I think it's the people aspect, the person that needs to be applied to those things. And I don't know what that looks like. I think about our young people, especially that are graduating and may not have a plan, right? Like, what happens with them? Like,
Right.
you know, some may go off to college and be back home. Like, what happens with them?
Right.
Like, those are kind of things that keep me up at night, and just wanting us to kind of like focus in on a little bit more. I know that there is an investment, you know, obviously it's one of the city priorities for education.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just where I live, like education, youth space. And I think that just kind of hones in on all the other issues that we see.
Yeah.
Like, if we can get to those babies,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like, it just allows for less of the other hard stuff that we got to deal with. It's not going away, but just not as heavy.
That's
So,
right. What do you think?
I think that's all she wrote, folks.
If people want to get in touch with you, or they want to learn more about KHIP or programs or other stuff, how do they find what they need?
Yep. So we have a website. It is charlottesville.gov/256, or you can type in KHIP, Community Attention Youth Internship Program.
Don't Google. What were you talking about? Child advocacy or something?
No, Charlottesville area.
Charlottesville
Yeah,
area.
Charlottesville
Yeah, don't
area.
start there. Yeah.
Internship
Yeah,
program.
you got one of the words right.
Yes.
Youth and intern.
Oh, you did do intern? I thought you said youth improvement.
I think I have said that once.
All the
Program?
you tapping into goals though. The goals of the program.
There you go.
The youth and program I got, right?
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
You're 2 5ths over
And
there. That's good.
maybe the community.
No, I put
said
Charlottesville.
Yes.
That's KHIP, CAYIP. And if you look, we get support on the show from folks like you. If you like what you hear, share it with your friends, share it with your colleagues, share it with your families, enemies, strangers, whoever you got, on whatever your favorite podcast platform is. And there are new episodes every single week. We need to find more. Maybe there you go. There's your intern project next year. We need show notes.
Like,
Yes.
Bingo.
They came to the show.
Bingo. They did come to the show.
Yeah.
They were in here.
We got to get them working next time. Best way to support us, again, consider making a contribution. Time, Talent, Treasure, City of Promise, United Way, any of our wonderful local nonprofits. That's how we continue doing our community work. And, of course, this show. Big shout out to our friends at the Jefferson School Foundation and our 2 task force members here. That is jeffersonschoolfoundation.org, reimagined, redefined, and refueled for the future. For Latara and for Marky, this is Price. Stay warm. We will see you next week.
Peace.